video is brought to you by Letsynthesize Academy, the #1 place for practice-oriented courses for serious music producers.
Yo, Dan Larson here, welcome to the new Synthesize Sunday episode. And today I want to show you a really cool thing, how to make these very dark, cinematic and weird and twisted sound effects for your cinematic intro or breakdown or whatever. If you dig this little thing, check my Patreon for it, with tons of other very cool stuff. And if you want to dig deeper into production, check my academy for very nice how to finish courses. But right now, let's jump into it. Okay, so today I want to talk about these glitches, these very dark, cinematic, kind of very weird stuff. Another version of the previous stuff. Very simple sound, but also crazy electric noise. I love this thing again. Very nice Transformers-y sound. And another transforming sound at the end. Okay, so I'm going to reveal how I processed and what I've done with these. But first let me tell you that this brand I'm sure you are interested about. You can click here if you are interested how I made them. Okay, I have this weird FM pad. From operator I have these strings. It's from Ableton pad, so if you are a suite owner, you have these. Also a Reese, a very simple Reese sound. And a sine lead. So I have a bunch of glitches that I made. You can download them from my Patreon below. They sound like this. This is so cool, by the way. Okay, so I took these samples, or one of these samples, and the first thing that I did here, for example, with this one, so this first sound, was literally this sample. So what did I do with them to sound this cool? Okay, so first of all, I played with the transpositions to fit to the key of this song, or this little thing, and I stretched them really heavily. If I unclick the warp, you can see that it is a lot shorter. So this is the original key, or the original pitch of this sample. But what I did is I hold shift and stretched it like really heavily. But to make sure that we keep the most from the original sound, I had to use the Complex Pro with the performance turned up. So this is why it has this very nice glitchy and transformy sound. And let's see the process. It is very simple, just an EQ8. I have the option here as a frequency shifter to play with the frequency. It is also very cool, by the way. If you play with these, you can create very interesting textures. And the reverb. Yeah, this was the first thing, and I did the same with the second half of this sound. So this part. where again, I just, stretched it like crazy. And because I dropped it down really low to -1 octave, I had to play with the formant. So I didn't want to keep these really annoying mid-high frequency overtones of the sound coming from the formant. This was one option. Okay, let's see the other one. It's very simple, by the way. I just dropped down the pitch by 5 semitones. I didn't even stretch it, but the effect is very simple, just an old chorus and the reverb to make it really washed into the background. So as you can hear, it's a little weird now how it sounds without the effect. There are lots of glitches, but with the effect, it's a complete drone, a really dark and atmospheric drone. Okay, let's go forward. Now this time I chose the texture mode, because without that, it has these little stutters, or if you're Complex Pro, it's a different sound. But with the texture, I was able to play with the timbre of the sound. So this is what I love in the texture mode. The same here, but this time I used the beat mode. So this is why we get this really nice stutter effect that I tried to avoid in the previous sample, but right now I encouraged it. The same here, I dropped it up by 20 semitones and it's created this very nice glitchy, skippy kind of issue that I loved. Originally, this is how it sounded, and this was the original sample. So as you can see, playing with the transposition, how cool sound it is. Also the same again. But this time I had to be tricky with the grain size in the texture mode, because the grain size basically changes the pitch too. So if I increase it, so I had to find the best grain size to get the pitch that I want. But again, let me show you the original one. So this first hit was the original. And we get this really nice droney sound. How cool it is. And the last one was a little tricky, because I tried to find a tonality for that was really hard. So this is why I encouraged this little guy here to go up. So the frequency is exactly at G, adding some tonality to this sound. But originally this was it. Again, how cool it is. And what I did to it is basically just use the Pro mode and dropped it down by 8 semitones. So basically this is it, and next week I'm going to show you how I made these glitches, but till then you can download these samples from my Patreon below along with this full project. So go for my Patreon for all this stuff and check my academy for very nice start to finish courses. I was Larson, see you guys next time, peace.